So I want to talk about the recent song by Oliver Anthony, Richmond, North of Richmond. I've had a ton of people message me about this song and send me, TikToks and, little short clips from it and whatnot. And so it actually, this is actually the type of genre of music that I listen to anyway, so kind of the outlaw country stuff. So it wasn't very long before I started to get, this started popping up on my YouTube pretty early on in the explosion of this song. So I wanted to talk about in this video just kind of why I think the song is doing so well and is like speaking to so many people. And I want to talk about what I think of it and what it means to me, or what I feel when I hear the song. First of all, like, the song's pretty good, even like regardless of the message. Like, it's a very good song. Not only that, but like the way he sings it, you can tell, and that's why I like this genre of music, because you can tell that most of the singers, it's something that they are living through or have lived through. They're telling a story. It's kind of like you look at Johnny Cash or something like that. He'd always tell a really good story. He'd always have a good story. A lot of things, he lived through. He lived, a pretty crazy life, right? So a lot of these guys is kind of the same way. And why I think that this song is speaking to so many people is because, the majority of people are right in the middle. They work hard, and there's a lot more of us than what I think we're told. You think about, there's a little bit of rich, there's a little bit of poor, and then there's us right in the middle. Us blue collar workers, us that put in long hours for very little pay, and we get taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed some more, and then we get taxed on top of taxes, and it's infuriating. And what I have noticed though about this song is that people are starting to use it as a political thing, to talk about their political beliefs, and how their political beliefs, kind of it's aligned with the song. Okay, so I kind of urge you to be careful, be wary of that, because let's think about it. If you're on the right, or if you're on the left, or if you're in the middle, the people that are representing those, political beliefs, they do not care about us. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about us at all. We are a number. We are tax money. We are money that can make them richer and their families richer. They do not care what side you are on. Okay, so I don't think the answer is to say, be on the right or be on the left, or, believe what I believe and align with our political, little slots that they like to put us in. That's not what I get from this song at all. I know that's kind of what they're trying to make it to be. And if that's cool for you and that's what you want, I mean, you have that freedom. But to me, that's not what I got out of it. I didn't think about it politically at all, or align with one side and say, this is my theme song for that political side. It's more of a theme song for all of us. Us middle class workers, us guys that are right in the middle there. There's all kinds of different political beliefs and religious beliefs and all that stuff, but like, we are fighting over some of this stuff, and it's created by somebody else, like these political parties and stuff. Like, if you get together and you start drinking some beers with a bunch of guys, whether they're from different political beliefs or not, or even different religions, you'll realize that a lot of the things that you believe are pretty similar, are quite similar. You might believe different things, but you believe them for the right reasons, and it's based on your experience or the way you grew up, right? So we're not as different as they really hope that we are. And so when you start hating on different sides, it's hate that's created. It's not real true hate. I don't think the majority of people really hate each other that much as you would think from watching the news and stuff like that. But here's when I first heard the song, without really looking it up or seeing what other people were talking about or the news was talking about, before any of that propaganda, what I felt when I listened to this song is sort of an inspiration to, or a motivation to like want to be more self-sufficient and want to like be a better part of the community and help others in my community, and like stick together and bond together against people that don't care about our communities, you know, and not necessarily violence. That's not what I'm promoting at all. I believe that there's a lot more damage that can be done without ever having to, you know, be violent in any way. And some of the things that I've been thinking about are, you know, the power of bartering amongst ourselves in our own community and our own localities. Now, not only does bartering bring about, you know, new goods passing from hand to hand without any currency that they can track, and no taxing. They can't tax a product. You can't, you know, if I make butter and somebody else has chicken eggs and we trade, you can't tax those chicken eggs. They can't take an egg from that dozen of eggs or take a sliver of butter away from you. There's nothing they can do to touch it. So the other thing that bartering does is it develops a relationship. When you barter with somebody, you got to talk to them. You inevitably get to know their family. You inevitably get to know them, what they believe, how they feel, what they're going through. And you sort of develop a relationship over time, you know, a friendship even. And you can do that anywhere you are. I don't care if you're in an apartment complex in New York City. You could start doing things like this. Maybe you can't produce chicken eggs and stuff like that, but there's a lot of things that you can do. And I know it's really small and it doesn't seem like it's that significant, but if we all get on the same board and we all start doing and thinking that way, that's just one little thing that can take away from them, take taxes away from them. And I mean, come on, places like Walmart, places like those, they don't care about you either. They don't care about their own employees. They definitely don't care about the customer. I mean, think about it. You go in there, you go into their store, and you have to work for them to buy your product that they're charging you for. And it's getting more and more ridiculous. The prices are just going higher, and it's not going to get any better. So why is this song motivating so many people? And I think it's pretty simple. We're just fed up. We're tired of it. Tired of feeling like we're not important, we don't matter. And to them, they don't care about us. We don't matter to them. As long as we pay our taxes and we give them their money so they can throw it away to God knows where, then that's all that matters to them. We're just a number. Anytime you see a politician doing something that benefits you, it's to get your votes so they can continue to get richer. It's not because they want to do something good for you. They don't care about doing anything good for you. They just want your votes so they can continue to be in the spotlight, get richer. And it's all just like makes people angry. And that's why this song is exploding, I think. And I love it. I love that it's exploding. And I hope it gets us all on the same page, and I hope we can come together. So I encourage you, you know, if anything, you know, don't forget about this song. Don't forget about the other songs that also speak to you in this way. And, you know, don't just listen to the song and then go about your life and do the things. Try to make connections in your local community. Do good for your local community. You know, that's the only way I think that we're gonna ever be able to, you know, improve this nation, I think, is just coming together in our small communities, because, you know, we're so spread out. You know, New York, California, the Midwest, okay, we live a lot different lives, and that's okay. That's where all of us have either been born and raised and chose to live, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of those ways, I don't think, as long as those people that are living there are happy. To have one rule over that all of those people with all of those completely different lives is it just doesn't really work. It doesn't pan out. You can't make the same rules over all of those things, and that's why there's, you know, different senators and stuff that represent them. But if that's the way it actually worked, that'd be great. But those senators, they're not for you. They're not for us. Okay, they're just in it to get rich, and that's the way everybody is. I think that's why everybody's so mad. So anyway, I wish you all well. Thanks for watching the video.